What's up, my guys? We are back in line once again. It's a beautiful Saturday. Um, we are in little extra class this week. Decided to record on Saturday. Beautiful day. Glad to meet up with Tiggy Nation tonight. I think we both had pretty excellent days out in the sun today, just enjoying life. So I'm glad to just kick it off today with Tiggy Nation. What's up, my guy?
Yeah, JT, excited to be here. We had to delay a little bit. We've just been busy. Life's busy. Life's a crazy thing. And we had some busy weeks. We ended up finding a day that could work today. And I'm not going to say who was late today, but someone started the call and someone showed up a little after the fact. So, but we're here now. We're here now. We're here now. We got some sun. We got a lot of vitamin. Is it D or C? I always
Vitamin D. Vitamin
Vitamin
D.
D.
Vitamin C is orange juice.
Vitamin C,
Close,
orange juice, vitamin D, sun.
close.
Yeah.
Yes. And you know what? You say life's busy, and I agree, but I was thinking about this earlier. I would like to give a quick shout out to Dom of Wicked Good
Okay.
Gaming, because I don't personally know Dom. We've interacted in life because of Tiggy Nation, but he's a dad. He's a husband, correct? He's a dad, husband, he's
Yep.
full-time job, correct? And he's still crushing it every week. So I hope he listens. If not, Tiggy Nation, just tell him I shouted him out because I was thinking about that earlier. He gets it all done. I really appreciate that about him. So shout out Big Dom. But before we kick off the podcast, I may have mentioned this on here before, but if not, so good buddy, friend of the pod, Mason Huffman and I, about, let's see, when would this have been? Christmas, because we past couple years, me and a handful of my guys that I've graduated high school with, literally four of us, we do a Christmas exchange. And this year, and we up the dollar amount every year, slightly, but that's what we do.
We're
And
at
this
what,
year,
$1,500 now?
no, no, not close. This year will be 150. Um,
Holy shit.
yeah. So this year I got him. I guess it'd be last year now. Last year I got him a record player, and great because I love we talked about it. I love collecting vinyls. It's just a fun thing. And so I got him a record player. And now, ever since Christmas, we do every 2 months now. We were like, let's do every 3 months, and we're like, you know what, we can do every 2 months. We do a vinyl exchange, um, and it's fun. It's just a fun thing because I'm not at home anymore. We don't see each other a whole lot. It's just a fun thing we can still do
Yeah,
together.
absolutely.
And long story short, mine came in the mail today. So, well, first off, I gotta unblur my screen.
Yeah. Well, make sure we don't show the address. We don't want to dox your address here.
Yeah, we don't want any weirdos taking. First of all,
That's awesome. So we're gonna do a live
actually,
unboxing here.
live unboxing. I think it'll be all right. Yeah. So we just get the box. So we'll do a list. We each have our own list of like vinyls that we want, and we will pick from that. But we just made it known like every so this next one will be the fourth. So we're like, all right, every fourth vinyl is gonna be that dealer's choice. So
Okay.
it's not off the list. So I'm just gonna get him one that maybe I like or a random one. So this is based off of our list. And I guess, and I feel like I'm right. So he's like, the one I got you is one that I like as well. I said, okay. So I guess he got me Recovery um, by Eminem.
Okay.
So I
Can we
don't
can we
know.
get a previous list of what he's all gotten you so far?
Yeah, so so this is our third.
Okay.
So the first one, I don't know if you know the band Mount Joy. You actually would like them.
Mhm.
They're kind of like um I don't know what you'd consider the genre. Kind of like a loon, the Lumineers.
I was literally just gonna say it sounds like a Lumineers kind of vibe.
Very Lumineers vibe. Folky, that kind of vibe. He got me that one. And then last one he got me was Casey Musgrave's album.
Oh, beautiful.
Her album Golden Hour, I love. Got a lot of good songs on it. So I'm very excited to see what we got going on. Okay, so I'm just gonna. It might be upside down when I slide it out, but I'm just gonna slide it out here.
Okay.
Okay.
I
don't know
do not think
what it is.
I do not think it's what you think.
It is not. Oh. The Divine Feminine by Mac Miller.
Oh shit!
So I had on my list any Mac Miller albums. And this is great. This is awesome that he did this because he had on his list. Man, no, this is sick. I'm so pumped because I have no Mac Miller.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Oh, Jake's gonna be pumped about that. That's like his favorite Mac Miller album.
Yeah.
But he had on his list any Eric Church. So this time I got him an Eric Church album. And now he got me any Mac Miller album. Very awesome. Shout out Mason. Shout out, we call it Vinyl Messy. That's what we call it. That's our thing.
That's cool.
So that's super cool. I'm glad I got to unbox on the pod. So.
That's cool. What no, I know a little bit of Mac Miller. I mean, he was obviously huge, like us going through high school and college and stuff. What songs? I don't remember. Was it Divine Collection?
The Divine Feminine.
Divine Feminine. Is this like one of his later?
So yeah, it's
albums?
not like a super. To be honest, it doesn't have like a lot of like radio or like Mac Miller songs. I'm gonna be honest. I've listened to this album. It's been a long time. So I'm just gonna be completely honest. I can't even think of what songs are on here.
Yeah.
But here, The Divine Feminine by Mac Miller featuring Ariana Grande, Kendrick Lamar, and Horse. That's fire.
Nice.
Doesn't have the set list on the thing, so that's pretty cool too. I like I just like the album covers.
Yeah.
That's mainly even what I like. Like I'd say the last, because I'm building up a good collection. I'd say the last 15 or so albums I have not even opened. They're just still in the.
Really?
I swear, yeah. Like, which I will one day, but I love just collecting.
That's cool, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we were both like big into Pokemon, you know what I mean? Like in terms of like collecting things, and I feel like most guys our age like to do that stuff. My roommate Troy collects ball markers from different golf courses and stuff, and it's like that's always cool, but there is something physical about like holding the album, holding the album, sliding it out, putting it in, moving it on, then just hitting play on your Spotify.
Yes. No, 100%. And I don't even know if it was the juice box or this, where you're right. It's because you can just play it on your phone, but it is just kind of like that physical aspect, putting in the record player, making sure it's set up, hitting the button where the little thing goes and it does its little thing.
Yeah.
So super pumped about it.
Yeah, that's very cool. I have something somewhat similar, actually. It's sitting behind me when it comes to old school things. I saw this on Instagram, and I sent it to one of my buddies, and he was like, oh, that's really fucking cool. I'm like, yeah, isn't this sick? And I actually got him, I think it was like a PSA 9 Hitmon Lee, I think, and something else for his birthday. And he had to like graduate class and stuff, and we've been here together for the past 3 years and stuff. And so he got me something for my birthday, and he was like, yeah, it's in the mail. It's going to be a little late though. And it's like this 90s collection thing.
Oh shit.
It's a shame because the box is very cool, but it's kind of beat up somehow. But what it is, oh yeah, happy birthday. But what it is it is a cassette player. It is an old school cassette player, which is like, okay, we're gonna get like a desk view here.
No, that is so fun.
So we got I don't know if I can turn my camera down anymore. Okay, yeah. So we can turn it down anymore. So we have cassette player here. We have. I'm gonna pull the headphones are about like one of the coolest things. All right, so we got chargers, stickers, but the headphones are like hysterical, dude. I mean, look at these things. I mean,
Oh my god,
they're so thin with the orange, very old school, with the big foam orange ear covers.
Yes.
And then what comes with it is 4 cassettes. Now, what you do with these, JT, is you hook it up to the computer and you download music onto the cassettes.
Oh, I love it.
So it's like
Dude,
a digital cassette player.
Dude, that is awesome. So you can put whatever music you want on the cassette.
I think
that is awesome.
I think it's a 30-minute runtime, but like it runs just like a cassette. I have to feed the paper through, or actually no, the machine will do it. But they literally like it pops open here, like play, rewind, everything. You can record and stuff. Like there's instructions, and I am going to work this out probably tonight and get it all sorted. I'm going to be taking this to the gym with me in the morning. You know, I think it'll be so funny to do that.
Dude, that is awesome.
So yeah, it's got like USB, like a USB.
Oh my god!
Well, just hooked to the computer and stuff. I mean, big
Holy
stereo,
shit!
Big stereo too. So like, you don't even need headphones. You can just play it.
Yeah.
I will have to get some batteries though. But.
We got to back up for a second. Is your birthday this week?
No. It was last month.
Okay, I was like, dude.
No. I
was like, what the fuck?
No.
Did I wish you a happy birthday last month? Did I even do that? Absolutely. I don't think I did.
Maybe you did. Absolutely. Let's go with absolutely you did.
You're 30 now.
I am officially old. Yes.
Almost there, brother. It's all good.
Almost there. Hey, we're almost to the end. All right.
Shut up.
Just kidding.
I love that.
Well, that was cool, dude. I mean, just the headphones. So I'm gonna take them to the gym, and I think it'd be so fun. I need to get like the stringlet like tank tops and wear like big gray baggy joggers and stuff.
Yeah.
And Converses with high socks or something like that would just be. And people, I wish I could grow out long hair and I'd have like a mullet. Like, oh, it'd be just so funny, dude. It'd be so funny.
Stash.
This guy time traveled and he's in the wrong era.
Yes, I love it.
So shout out to Patrick, my friend who got that for me. Super cool.
So Patrick is he's the zone guy.
Patrick is the zone guy. Yes, it is the zone guy. Yeah, he plays for he's on the Air Force rugby team again this year and stuff. So yeah.
Shout out Patrick. We follow each other on Instagram, so we're
very cool.
So shout out. That's a great gift. I love that.
Yeah. So
how was your day today?
So the day was good. We had a little big night out last night. As a house.
I want to hear about it.
We went to the First Friday. We do. There's First Fridays in Phoenix, so we went there. They shut off this big art district in downtown Phoenix and stuff. A lot of roads, and there's a lot of stands and shops selling food, a lot of art, a lot of like jewelry and stuff, you know. And it was a cool vibe. Now, you would think there would be alcohol involved with something like this, right, JT?
Yeah, you would think so. Yes,
you would think so. All of us were under the impression that there would be. There was live music going on and stuff. Somehow, the only thing they were selling was soda and water, and I'm like, "There's no way we can't drink alcohol right now, right?" And apparently, it's not open container in Phoenix, even though the streets are cut off. I expected more of like a beer festival kind of vibe where you can,
for sure.
You know, there's gonna be a lot of beer cards. You can buy them. Everyone's gonna be walking with a cup. I don't know, and not saying that alcohol needs to be there to be a good time.
Yeah,
but I don't know. It was like, I don't know. There was like 2 girls and eight of our guys, and we were just walking around like we expected beer. I don't know. Maybe I a little insane. So we walked through most of the stuff, and then we found a bar, and we ended up just drinking there for a lot of the night. Still had a great time. And then on the way back, Patrick has a truck. He actually drove us back to our house. He wasn't drinking. But we were sitting in the bed of his pickup the whole way home on the interstate, smoking Black and Milds. And it was a vibe and a half.
Dude, that sounds freaking awesome. I love that.
It was
Wow.
glorious.
Now that sounds like a great time.
That was good. And then I woke up today
Love that.
and I went out and shot an 86 on an incredible course we've never played, or 85, and very happy with that score. Very good golf course, very fun. Only $47 too, and this course was probably the second best course I've ever played out here, and I think we'll be going back for months to come.
And you crushed, so 85, that's pretty good.
85 pretty good. 13 over par. I've only been under 80s twice, and I've just been playing better golf. So I think I'm like, I had a couple holes where it's like I really want back. So I'm still thinking I should have shot a little better, which I think's good. So I'm hoping to maintain like mid to low 80s for most of my rounds, with an occasional like terrible round, but like hopefully a couple more really good rounds. So very happy with my golf game. What about
Good.
what about you, JT? What'd you get up to?
So, last night, what did we do last night? Oh, yeah, I went to the man, I don't even know if I talked about this on here yet. Last evening, Angie worked yesterday, so I went to the aquarium. So it's cool because I have summer hours for work. So on Fridays, you can get out early, 11, 12.
As it should be. As it should be.
I agree. America, great country, love it. But American society is very hyper fixated on work. It's nice that we get to have that. Anyway, went to the aquarium. I started. I monitor whale shark behavior.
Oh.
So I wasn't doing anything specific to the animals at the aquarium. I just was kind of helping people around, answering questions about where to go or like what animals or things like that. Nothing specific to animals. But now I work not in the gallery, not where the public is. I work in the pool area of the big I'd say the main attraction of the aquarium, which is the gallery is called Ocean Voyager, where the whale sharks are. There's only 2 aquariums in the whole world that have whale sharks, which is really cool. I would like to premise the Georgia Aquarium takes excellent care of their animals, which is important to me. Uh, they do a lot for ocean conservation and research, and they even kind of get things back out into the world. Like they work with the Coral Restoration Foundation, where they plant corals in the Florides. They do a lot for the world. So it's not like your typical zoo. But anyway, so I'm at the top. I'm in the pool area of where all the whale sharks are. There's only 2, but there's a lot of animals in that gallery. Really, what I do is I have an iPad and I'm kind of monitoring what the whale sharks are doing. And it has this, little computer system where it's in 10-minute sessions, and each minute you're recording where they're at in the pool, where they're swimming, like they ran into anyone, whatever they're doing essentially. So I've been doing that now, which is really cool. So I did that last night. It's really cool. You're real up close and personal with the animals. They're just beautiful, beautiful animals. It's like you wonder, you're like, damn. God took his time with the whale shark. They got the spots and just beautiful, beautiful skin on them and everything. So I really enjoy that. So I did that last night. Really cool. Happy to do that. Yeah, and then we got home about the same time, and we watched a couple rom-coms last night. Which
multiple movies?
2 for 2, honestly.
Yeah.
I think this one's newer on Netflix. It's what's it called? Something falling in love or something like that. It's called that.
Is that with
Harry,
Anne Hathaway?
no. So it's with Harry Connick Jr., who's a singer. He was an American Idol judge.
Okay.
For a few years. Just your typical Netflix rom-com movie. It was really good. It was about he's a retired rock star. They moved back to Greece. Essentially, he moved back to Greece because he was trying to find the girl he fell in love with years ago. Long story short, he rekindles that flame. Yada yada yada. Really good. Then we watched.
It's called
Yeah, go ahead.
It's called Find Me Falling. Find Me Falling.
Yes, Find Me Falling. That's it.
Yep.
Really good. Recommend to anyone who likes a nice romance. Excellent movie. And then we watched Anyone But You with Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell. I've not watched that one yet. Listen, that is a good freaking movie. That is, I was so happy to see that. It was so good. I think Jake and you guys talked about this when it came out. That was just your typical early 2000s rom. And and it was so good, so funny. So I love that movie as well. So that's what we did last night. Today we had a day today. So we've been paddleboarding in the lake, which I've been telling you about. And when you rent the paddleboards, there's different times you rent them. And we've just been doing like the 2-hour rental, blah blah blah. But today I was like, you know what? We're gonna do the all-day rental. So we went out there at 10, and we just paddled around, went to see nature and stuff, and then we paddled up to JD's on the Lake, which is. You watch Ozark?
I haven't seen the last season. I think I saw the first 2 or 3.
Okay, so I guess I haven't watched Ozark.
Okay.
But the Blue Cat, I think I may have said it's on the phone. The Blue Cat bar or whatever they go to, that's JD's on the Lake.
Nice.
That's where it was filmed.
Yeah.
Which is super cool. Just a really cool bar restaurant, just right on the water. So we pull up on our paddle boards. I'm barefoot, just at the lake bar. It was a vibe. We had a great time. I had 3 Moscow mules. Got a little tipsy. It was great. Got some good sun.
So are you doing this podcast under the influence, you would say?
No more under the influence than the old juice box days.
Yeah. I mean, if you blow, are you going to blow under the limit for this podcast?
Yes. We honestly, we don't, not for like any reason. Like we don't like drink a whole lot anymore, which I'm good with. Like we just kind of hang out and do our thing. But I was like, it's a beautiful sunny day. I'm going to have a nice refreshing beverage. I had 3 of them, and it was nice.
Hell yeah.
So we've had a great day so far, Tig Nation.
Nice. That's awesome. That's cool. You guys watch movies. I've been trying to watch some more movies. I watched Devotion a couple weeks ago, and that's a fighter aircraft one with Glenn Powell in it from like 2020.
With Jonathan Majors.
Yep, it's got him in it as well. Super good movie. Really good movie. And then, dude, I forget what I watched right after, but I just have movie nights by myself nowadays. But it was
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it was good movie. So I'm glad we saw that. We both saw a very good movie last weekend, I would say.
We did, and that is Deadpool and Wolverine. It was freaking awesome. I loved it. We loved it. Angie hasn't seen a Deadpool movie, but
doesn't matter.
It did not matter. So good. I mean, that's what Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness was like supposed to be.
Yes. Yeah. And there were, I will say, some Doctor Strange Multiverse. There were a couple cool moments, like when we got the multiverse, like when we saw John Krasinski in the Fantastic as like Captain America or whatever. Or was he Captain America? Right? He was Captain America in that one.
John Krasinski? No, yeah. He was Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic, that's it. Yeah. But we saw that element with with oh my god, I can't even think of his fucking name. Let's say Steve Rogers. That's not his.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans and
yeah.
I mean, that
was fire.
I mean, there were so many cool moments, but I just liked that you didn't have to watch the first 2 really. They help a little bit, but I don't know. I think it's just the magic for Ryan Reynolds, and I think Hugh Jackman. I think Hugh Jackman, if he didn't have him already, he has his flowers. Like he has gotten he was perfect with Ryan Reynolds and all this, like a good counterbalance. And it was just so fucking funny. Like I was laughing and grinning the whole time.
No, I agree. It was funny, but it was just also awesome. Like, did you think when you saw Chris Evans, did you think, oh, there's Captain America, or were you like, he's about to be?
I absolutely thought he was gonna be Captain America. I had no idea. So I haven't seen like the Fantastic Four since I probably watched them like just when they came out and never again. So I mean, he was the first Fantastic Four guy, right? Like
Yeah,
way back when, like early 2000s. So
yeah.
I mean, I think I saw that once, so I don't even remember that he was the Human Torch. Had no idea. But I mean, I thought it was awesome, but like obviously I know I'm like, wait, that's not Captain America, and then he's shooting fire. Like that is so funny. Like that's so good how they they did that multiple times, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was so genius. And you know this is all Ryan Reynolds doing. How everyone in the void, like the void that they were in, was everyone from like the Fox Marvel universe. So it's like, oh, the Fox Marvel got, basically died, right? And so all the characters went to the void. Like that is awesome. Like I loved it. Chris Evans as Human Torch was awesome. I always loved Human Torch growing up. So like when he was like flame on and he caught fire, like it gave me chills. Like just nostalgia. The whole movie was freaking awesome. But I do gotta say, a couple things stole the show for me. Henry Cavill as Wolverine. I know it was 30 seconds, but that is freaking awesome because he would crush it as Wolverine. That probably was just a cameo. We'll probably never see him as Wolverine again, but that was awesome. But freaking Channing Tatum as Gambit, I thought he was incredible.
Very funny. Very funny.
Funny, but also like his fighting scenes were so good.
It was good. There's a guy, I went with my roommates and they play League of Legends with me. There's a character in League of Legends that's like a kind of like a cowboy magician that throws cards, and that's how he does damage. So I'm like, this is literally Twisted Fate. Like this is the character. And I don't know if that's how, obviously, maybe that's how the creatives at the League of Legends game got for this champion. They went back to this comic because it was like, this is crazy. Very cool fighting scenes with him.
Yeah. And I don't know if you realized they were making a Gambit movie.
Real? I had no idea.
Dude.
Had no idea.
Man.
I had no idea who this person was. So I'm like,
okay. So I didn't know who Gambit was. I never knew who he was. I just knew that they were gonna add him to the X-Men universe. And I mean, they were making a Gambit movie with Channing Tatum as Gambit for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And they kept postponing it, blah, blah, blah. So and just from what I've read, like Channing Tatum really, really wanted to play this character. Mm-hmm. And it never came to fruition, the movie. So I thought it was super cool how Ryan Reynolds got to make it come to life, and like, oh my gosh, his Cajun accent is just so freaking funny. I'm seeing it all over TikTok. Like it's a TikTok trend now. Some shit he was saying. He said, oh, you know how long I've been waiting for this? About to make a name for myself. Like just the comedy behind that because he's waited fucking 15 years to play this character.
Jeez.
Is awesome.
Yeah.
So I loved it. I thought it was great. It was super funny, but I also thought it was good. Like I honestly feel like it saved the Marvel.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. And I gotta agree with you. Only Ryan Reynolds could have done this. You know what I mean? Like only he could get away with being like, listen, the first 10, 15 minutes, I'm going to be absolutely shitting on Marvel, shitting on the fucking universe, shitting on everything you basically been putting out right now, but it's going to make the most money of possibly any film you're ever going to have. And I think it's going to eclipse $1 billion at the box office this weekend. In 2 weekends, it's going to hit $1 billion, which I believe is more. That's not more than Endgame, is it?
No, Endgame was one of the only movies that cracked 2 billion.
Yeah.
Which there's only like 2 or 3 movies that have ever gone to 2 billion.
Yeah.
So like
Avatar,
Deadpool,
maybe. Yeah. But
and thinking of it, that Deadpool is a rated R movie.
Yes.
And it's about to hit $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Is huge. Like it's the #1 like grossing rated R movie ever already.
Yeah. And I just think as well, I would watch this twice over Endgame twice, you know? Like I'm going to come back and watch this because like you're saying, it's funny. It was a good movie. And the cameos were crazy. Like you said, Henry Cavill. Is it Cavill or Cavill? I never know. I don't know.
I think it's Cavill.
Henry Cavill. We saw Blade, and I forget the character that Jennifer Garner plays, but they mentioned Elektra. And I hadn't seen those movies. I knew Blade, obviously. And then I like at the end how they show the cutscene of all them making the older films. It's kind of like a big tribute to listen, like we're kind of expressing our gratitude towards these guys who created the DC or not DC, but like the X-Men kind of side of the Marvel and stuff.
The Fox Marvel universe.
The Fox Marvel. And it was really cool. And there was one moment where I kind of like got teary-eyed a little bit because I was just like, I'm even getting like teary-eyed just talking about it, is when they show all the new characters and then they show Laura come from behind, you know, like walking up. And I'm like, no way. I literally like looked at Troy. I'm like, oh my God, no way. Like, this is so cool. Like, and it was fucking sick. It was sick. The villain was perfect. Her eyes looked so much like James McAvoy's. It was really good casting. Dude, it was so good. And I really hope it goes up for some awards because it's a Marvel movie, just because, you know, it doesn't have the whole artsy arts, it probably didn't do well. They definitely didn't go to Cannes and do their whole festival thing. It's like, just because a movie doesn't go and do that, but it's super entertaining, it's funny, and everyone likes it. That should count for something. Mm-hmm. That should count for something. Maybe it's like the Golden Globes, if the Golden Globes are like audience-driven awards or something like that, but like they should get something because this was fucking phenomenal. The story was great. Also, the guy that plays what is it? The TVA, IVA, whatever the
TVA.
That's Tom from Succession, that actor.
Oh, okay.
And he was so good. I don't know the actor's name, but he was so good in that role. Reminded me of Tom from Succession. And as well, have you been seeing the cameos that have coming out who were playing other Deadpools?
Yeah, so the one cowboy Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Angie, right off the rip. I was like, that's McConaughey. Because I love Matthew McConaughey. Like, I love, he's one of my, like, I think he's awesome. Like, one of my favorite people. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, literally, they got McConaughey playing. I know it was just his voice. Blake Lively, Lady Deadpool. Mm-hmm. Did you know that Kidpool is his freaking daughter?
Is their daughter. It's insane.
That is awesome.
It's insane.
I love it. Yeah.
That's
and the
insane.
dog was adorable. I love the dog.
Oh my gosh. That was so funny. I mean, you just like, you love to recall the movie, and even the opening sequence is hysterical when, you know, they get there, they dig up Wolverine.
And then they do the NSYNC. He does the NSYNC song.
Yeah. Did you see the video?
Dude.
I think.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna do the video about the dancing and stuff with the just the dancer that did it.
Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed this because I didn't notice it watching the movie. The quick Hulk scene.
Yep.
Was super cool, but so I guess Wolverine did his thing, and you could see the reflection of the Hulk's face in his blades.
Oh, okay.
And I guess that's a big like comic image. Mm-hmm. Like a front of a comic book or something.
Okay, very cool.
Wolverine has his blades out like he's fighting with a Hulk, and you see the Hulk's reflection in his blades.
That's cool.
So that was super cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. I loved it. Go ahead.
No, you go. You're rolling.
No, I love the. Sorry, I'm such a
No,
nerd for
you're
Marvel
good.
stuff, and this was finally a good. Um, how the when he was searching for Wolverines, right? And they had the real short one,
Uh-huh.
and that's like supposed to be the comic accurate Wolverine because apparently he's like
Oh,
5'2" in the comic books.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so it's super
Yeah.
cool.
I'm sure if I was like more into like the comic lore and stuff, and there were people next to me taught like kind of whispering like, "Oh my God, that's that," and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't read comic books, and I wish I knew more about this war and the history of Deadpool and stuff because like tons of Easter eggs shown, like I mean, with like you mentioned the Hulk reflection and the blades and stuff, and just so much cool stuff. The soundtrack was amazing, and dude, it was just so good. And they jumped a little ahead and had a story where him and the girl were kind of broken up and stuff too, where that wasn't the case in two, like two, he gets the time jump to kind of save her and then I don't know. You know what I mean? Like they kind of
Mm.
jumped ahead in terms of that because that's probably the least important part of the entire movie, honestly.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
dude, but it was so fun. I mean, I
It
can't,
was.
I need to
It
go watch it again. I need to go watch it
yeah.
again.
So what do you think? Do you think we see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine more after this? I kind of get the vibe that yes, like I feel like him and Deadpool were gonna be a part of like the Avengers now. I don't know about you. What do you think? I'm gonna put I got sunburn and the AC is going, so I need to put a jacket
Yeah, jacket or some aloe maybe.
on.
Um, so I think I would love to see Hugh Jackman continue this. I would love to see them continue to be like paired up to some degree. I think it'd be awesome, even though we kind of already see it in the past two Deadpool movies, where he kind of creates his own team, like his legion of misfits in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would be cool if he somehow was a part of a static team, kind of like the Avengers, but they're not the Avengers. They're like the Deadpool wannabes.
Mm-hmm.
But they still, fight crime and do it their own way. And, but that's kind of what we already seen 2 and 3. But I guess maybe I'm just coping, but I would love to see Hugh Jackman and Deadpool again. My heart tells me yes. My head tells me no. That's probably it for Hugh Jackman. I think I think probably Hugh Jackman doesn't do any more action. I think he probably just transitions to maybe some more serious roles, maybe some like romance movies or something, or maybe even like some dramas. But I think that might have been the end of his superhero and like action career because we thought Logan was going to be the end, and I think Ryan Reynolds like used all his might to pull him for this one last go.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, we'll see. I don't know what the future is like for
Yeah.
for Marvel. I do know freaking Robert Downey Jr. is
Yeah.
about to be the next big villain, which honestly, I'm here for it. Like, I think it's awesome. Um, and as Doctor Doom, like, I think he will. I honestly think he'll crush it.
Mhm.
I love it. I'm all for it. And like the video of him like getting unveiled as Doctor Doom, I thought was freaking sick. Like I had chills all over my body.
Yeah.
So I'm all for that.
That was cool. I love. There's one video of he's about to unveil, and some guy goes Jared Leto, and he.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You hear something in the back going, Jared Leto.
And that person is everyone's probably dogging on that person. That probably internally is probably like, I'm so relieved it was actually not Jared Leto, and it was
Yeah,
Robert Downey Jr.
yeah.
That's cool.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I thought it was cool because they want to do this whole multiverse where um, and they mentioned. So initially, we it's kind of common that it's common knowledge. I feel that Robert Downey Jr. wasn't the first choice for Iron Man. It was Tom Cruise. And I don't know if Tom actually auditioned for it or auditioned for it and then Robert Downey Jr. auditioned and they kind of just liked Robert Downey Jr. better, or maybe Tom Cruise had conflicts or something like that. But they ended up going with Robert Downey Jr. Probably a better casting call with how things went because, I mean, he killed it. Now there's reports that they are asking Tom Cruise to come and play in Iron Man in some sort of multiverse-esque like universe, you know.
Whoa.
Which would be cool. Or maybe it was Captain America. I don't know. Maybe maybe they changed it to Captain America but he was initially the Iron Man first choice over Robert Downey Jr. back in the day. And now they're trying to include Tom Cruise to come back right now to be part of like the multiverse, which I think would be very cool. And it's like, hey, all roads to Hollywood always come back to Tommy, baby.
Yeah, no, that would be cool. No, so I am excited for it. Like, I'm excited to see.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of looking promising, a little bit more promising than it has been.
Yeah.
And like you said, with the multiverse, it's like, man, how cool would it be, like, to see Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom fighting a Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man?
Yeah.
Like, that is so cool.
That'd be, yeah. I mean, they could easily do it. They have a get out of jail free card with the multiverse.
Yeah, they really do.
They can do whatever they want. I think that'd be cool. I think the new Anthony Mackie and Harrison Ford movie looks good.
It does. I agree. I think it looks good.
That looks cool.
Red Hulk.
Yeah, Harrison Ford wouldn't take it if it was going to be bad too. You know what I mean? Like, this guy is a part of the two biggest grossing franchises of all time with, Indiana Jones and Star Wars. Now adding a third to the Marvel Universe. I mean, this guy is collecting just franchise stones like the Super Bowl rings. And he's Bill Belichick. It's insane.
For sure.
So that's cool. And then, oh, man, there's one more thing I was going to mention with Marvel. I forget, though. Shit. I don't know. I got nothing else.
That's all right. We can just move right along to HoTD, HoTD, as some call it.
Yep.
Last week's was pretty cool. I will say, fucking Rhaenyra, man. She just calls in 100 Targaryens to just have them all freaking slaughtered.
Yeah.
By Vermithor.
Yeah.
Super cool though. Glad to see some more dragons. I thought the whole thing with what's his face, all stumbling upon Silverring.
Yeah,
that was a cool like comedic relief in the show. So I'm excited to see the finale. And I just have a feeling finale is just going to be more build up to the start of a big war, and then it's going to end. And then we got to wait 2 more years for season 3.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the episode last week was phenomenal. And I saw initial reports that people didn't like it, and I was like, I thought this was probably the second best episode of the season.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I thought it was incredible. The dragons were so well done, and Rhaenyra, she brings people to basically their demise and their slaughter. But we saw the first time they tried, Rhaenyra was looking away. This second time, she knew what would happen, and she wasn't turning away. You know what I mean? She was watching it all happen, and then she saw Hugh with Vermithor, you know what I mean? And, like, she didn't look away. She was like, okay, here we go. Like, this is it. Cool. Like, she first time the season, she was a leader. She was a leader this first time. And this is coming from someone who, is wearing Team Green. I'm Team Green. But Rhaenyra dominated this episode, collected all her pieces she needed, and they're looking very, very strong. Very strong. Mm-hmm. Very strong.
Yeah. Agreed. No. Yeah, I'm excited. It seems like they got the dragon power now.
Yeah.
They are looking very strong. Still don't know what the hell's up with Daemon. Honestly, that Tully Lord just made Daemon his bitch, which was pretty badass. Now, did he kill that Blackwood guy, or did it seem like he just like cut off his arm or something?
No, I think he cut his head off. They mentioned it after the episode where the directors kind of talk about it, and they're like, they were kind of like just showing his internal struggle, and he's still, dealing with a lot, and that's why they just panned on his face. They didn't want to show like what actually happened, because like he is still, at odds with himself right now, and so he's also just killing a guy who was loyal to a fault to him, as well. But this is his one way to get his army is
Right.
through the River Lord Tully. So I thought it was cool. The Tully boy was awesome. A little reminiscent of Lyanna Mormont, Bella Ramsey from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I thought it was cool because like he seemed like little kid was like he was nervous to be a leader or whatever, and then he just totally just like took charge of everything.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. I thought there for a second that Alicent was gonna kill herself.
Yes, I thought that as well.
But she just was just like chilling in the water. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, she's about to like drown herself or something.
Yeah.
Don't know. I'm excited to see what happens. It's seeming more and more like we're gonna see. I think in the finale we are gonna see the third Targaryen son, Darren.
Darren, yeah.
I think he's gonna come rolling in on his dragon, probably at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
And he's probably gonna play a part in the next season.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Yeah, I think it's weird. So the last episode we didn't see Kristen Cole, we didn't see Gwen Hightower. We still haven't seen Otto Hightower yet. Is he coming to save the day? Is he getting word? Alicent's basically running away. Alicent, very bad mother. Very bad mother. This is coming from a Team Green fan. Alicent fan. What's she doing? Where's she going? Like she's abandoning her kids. You know what I mean? Like she's abandoning her children and her grandchildren. Where is she going? And you can make the claim that it was all her fault, the misinterpretation, yada yada yada. But it's like she's literally leaving her flesh and blood to fend for themselves, and I don't like that. And I'll be the first one to tell you it's wrong. And I hope she comes back, or she needs to go to Rhaenyra and find a way to stop this.
But we all know that's not happening.
Yeah, we know that's not going to happen. I think we also haven't seen Helena much in the last half of the season.
Yeah.
Are we going to get another big prediction with it? Are we going to see her ride Dreamfire as well? We've yet to see her ride a dragon in this whole show. And Dreamfire, I believe, looks about the same size as Vermithor when you look at the scale. Like this dragon's huge. So the Greens have 3 dragons technically, with Darren, Helena, and Vagar Aemon. That's it. That's it. Like the Greens were dominant 3 episodes ago, and now they have nothing. Basically.
No, I think Dreamfire is like maybe like the second biggest behind Vagar. I don't know. We're gonna see that. And I'm all for. Essentially, it's Team Bastard, really.
Yeah.
The blacks are technically Team Bastard, which I'm all for. I'm excited to see what's his face Adam
Yes.
fly on his dragon. We haven't really seen it. You just see that he claims sea smoke. You haven't really seen him fly sea smoke yet. So I'm excited to see that. And you never see have we ever seen Jace on his dragon, like on screen?
No.
I literally don't think we have. So I'm excited to see that. Man, you're right.
But we haven't seen much dragon riding at all this season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we've seen Ulf more than anything.
Dude, right.
and
when that
scene
scene was happening, I was like, what is this freaking dude doing? I was like, oh shit, they're setting a trap. Like I didn't realize it to the very end.
Well, do you think there was a trap, or do you think he just went off on his own?
I don't know. At first, I'm like, this dude's an idiot, and he's just flying around.
Yeah.
But then it seemed like it kind of was a trap there at the end. I don't know.
I think you can argue it was a trap. I would say no, because when Rhaenyra is watching Vermithor get claimed by Hugh, her hair is nice and kempt and it looks very neat. Then when Ulf comes back with Silverwing, her hair is like a mess a little bit. It's a little matty. So I don't know if she was worried, like, what the hell is going on, yada, yada, yada. I don't know. So it made it seem like Ulf maybe went off on his own drunkenly,
Yeah.
and we might see the repercussions at the start of the episode. Like Rhaenyra might be, cussing him out or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, you might be right because it seemed like he was just doing whatever.
Yeah. I also think I was not aware that Cyrax is Rhaenyra's dragon, right?
Yeah.
I was not aware that Cyrax was golden. I was under the interpretation that Aegon's dragon Sunfire was the only golden dragon. So at the end, I thought, oh my God, they revived Sunfire. I was like, no way. I was like, no way. They just they literally like revived and stole one of their dragons. I mean, it was like Night King 2.0, like from the depths of hell, they revived Sunfire. So I thought that's what happened. And then I literally had to go back earlier in the episode when she met Adam that the dragon was golden. I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot.
No.
But,
dang, that would have been crazy.
Yeah. So the episode this episode is going to be released Sunday. So later tonight will be the finale if you're listening and watching on Sunday. What are like your predictions? What do you think's going to happen? How is it going to end? Are we going to see any deaths or, what do you think is going to happen tonight?
Oh man, I think it's gonna maybe not end. I definitely think we see Darren, and I feel like Otto will be with him.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like maybe Otto's riding on the dragon with him. I think we see Otto in this finale. I think we see Darren in the finale. Damon, man, I don't know. I don't know if we'll get a reunite with Damon. I don't think so. I honestly think the episode is gonna end right I don't think we're gonna see anything like popping off in the episode. I think something's gonna pop off at the very end and then it's over. I feel like someone's gotta die. I feel like somebody's gotta get killed or
someone has to.
And that's how it ends. I don't know who. Man, I don't know. I don't know who I think will die, but I think someone's gonna die, and that's how it's gonna end.
Yeah. I feel like someone has to die as well. That was the best way to put it. A little dark, but someone has to die in the show. There's been too many people left on the board, and potentially we might only have one more season. I don't know if they have enough to stretch it out one more season because I feel like this whole season was build up. Like eventually this war is going to happen, and I mean we know what happens at the end, like the ultimate end. But yeah, I don't know how it's going to work. I still think, and I made this prediction a couple episodes ago, that Damon, I think, might be a third team. I don't necessarily think that Damon is going to side immediately with Rhaenyra, and I think that is going to be because Team Black is looking unstoppable right now. You know what I mean? Team Black has all the dragons, and they're like, oh, well, Damon, he's getting the army too. I think Damon is going to be the one thorn that isn't going to give the Blacks the immediate victory.
Yeah. I do see, though, I think that is true. Like, I think Damon's kind of a rogue wild card right now, but I think I know he loves Rhaenyra, so I could see, maybe not obviously this episode, but next season, her back's against the wall. She's about to get killed, and he's like, no, like, I love her, and he fights whoever. Like, you know what I mean?
That'd be interesting. And when you're talking there, I think I know who might die. And I think at the minimum, I don't think Massaria is going to make it out of this episode tonight.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know why or how she'll die, but I feel like Massaria
I could see that because she's so intertwined with everyone. Like, she was Damon's wife. She had a bunch of shit going on in King's Landing when she was there. Yeah, I could see that.
I don't know how she would die without, like, at the hands of Daemon. So they would have to meet up, and then Daemon, I don't know. That could happen. Alice
Dude,
Rivers could die too, maybe. I don't know.
you know who else that we're just completely forgetting about is freaking Bela and her dragon.
Oh, we forgot about the sheep stealer that you kept owning to multiple
No,
episodes.
well, yes, that so Raina
Mhm.
is sheep stealer, but Bela, I'm saying Bela, which is
Oh, with Moon Dancer, Jace's
yeah,
girl.
we're completely forgetting about her.
Yeah,
Dang, so the blacks do have a shit ton of
they got.
freaking
It's
dragons
like
right
10-on-3. It's like 10 on
Holy
2.5.
shit! So they got Jace, Bela, all. Oh my god, Hugh, freaking Adam and Sea Smoke and Rhaenyra and potentially Rhaena and freaking Sheep. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of dragons.
A lot of dragons out of like past 2 episodes. There's been dragon everywhere, which is cool because it is House of the Dragons. Super cool. I forgot. Was it Rayla,
Rhaena.
Rayna, whatever her name is. I again, it's always fun to root, but Ramsey Bolton always speaks in the back of my mind. And I think Reyna's going to fail again to get Sheep Stealer. I don't think. I mean, this dragon seems like it can't be tamed. It's just frying everything. How would Reyna be able to get this dragon?
Yeah, no, I think that's a good one. I feel like I can see her. Oh man, we'll see.
Yeah. I think it'll be super cool. I really hope we get some action. I think, which I am worried because the 10th episode sometimes don't culminate everything. You know, there's a lot left open ended. We're probably gonna have like 1 or 2 pretty solid moments, but Team Green's looking very weak. That's why I think Damon's gonna come in and somehow go into Rhaenyra's camp and kill. That's why I think Mysaria might die somehow. You know, I think that's how possibly Mysaria is gonna die.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited. I'm excited to see it.
Cool stuff. Are you doing anything special for the finale? You getting like pizza or some wings or, what are you doing?
I don't. Nothing planned yet. Maybe we will. I'm excited to just. I love Sundays for these kind of things. You know, a few hours before you kind of just get some snacks, you get whatever. You just kind of sit and maybe rewatch last week's episode.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing planned yet, but I'm sure we'll do something.
Yeah.
To just get comfortable. What about you?
Yeah. We're going to go to Harkins. It's a movie theater here. They sell a big bag of their popcorn, and you can buy their movie theater butter as well. So we're going to get that. We're going to get some pizza. We're going to get some wings. It's going to be a whole soiree. It's going to be a good time.
Sounds great.
It's going to be a good time. It'll be fun. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. I do have do we want to do relationship advice here from a married guy to a single guy?
Oh yes, let's do it.
It's going to be a quick one. So
yeah.
So I went on an ice cream date a couple weeks ago.
Love it.
A couple weeks ago, July 19th to be exact. I go on this ice cream date, okay? So she works in like sports. I don't know if it's like marketing or PR or something like that for a team here in Phoenix. And they had like the All-Star game here in Phoenix as well. So super like, super big events coming down the wire. Had the ice cream date. Very good. Very fun to talk to. She plays tennis. Very cool. Like into Game of Thrones, like into a lot of things I'm into. And very fun to talk to. I'm like, cool. Very cool person. Pretty, everything. Awesome. Date goes well. We text a little Sunday and Monday. And she's like, hey, just let you know, like, I'm going to be super busy for the week. And I'm like, yeah, no worries. She texts me a couple days later, says, hey, having super busy. Like, I'm so sorry I haven't been able to like text and stuff. I'm like, oh no, I play it real cool. I'm like, oh, don't worry. I know how passionate you are about this and stuff. Take all the time you need. Don't worry about me. Like you're super focused. I completely understand. Then I start getting like good emojis, loving messages, stuff like that. I'm like, oh, boom, hook, line, and sinker. I'm in. Like it's this. Day 2 is going to be coming down the line soon. Cool. I text Friday on the weekend. I'm just saying like, hey, good luck with the event. All all the promotion stuff I'm seeing has been super awesome. You know, just good luck on the weekend. I don't expect a response back. I don't need a response. I'm just saying, hey, good luck. 10 days later go by, JT. and then she texts me and says, hey, I wanted to apologize. Life's been moving pretty fast. I kept forgetting to text you back. I'm really sorry. Really sorry about it. You know, it's not okay, but I just wanted to apologize. What are your thoughts on that?
No, I mean, I don't think that's like she's blowing you off or anything. Like, I think right off the rip, she kind of explained, hey, like, I got this coming up. There's a lot of shit going on. So she started with that, right?
Yeah.
To let you know that, hey, it's going to be a minute. I might not be super active on the text, right? And then she owned up to not replying.
Yeah.
So I think that seems okay. What happened since after that? Like, did you reply and say, "Oh no, it's all good"? Are you guys texting again? Or?
I just said I just said what I say. I said, hey, not a problem. Like, life gets pretty hectic. I appreciate the apology. How have you been? You know. So I didn't open the door too quick, but I was like, you know, I understand. In my mind, I'm like, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
I get it, but it's like it's been 10 days, you know.
Yeah.
But it's whatever, you know. So I'm not, you know. my brother had a really good one. My brother, I have a clip of it. It's very funny. He won't get mad at mention it, but my brother's like, now Anthony, what you say is this is coming from someone who, you know, who doesn't date and is single right now. You just say no problem. And that's it.
Oh God.
And I was like, I don't think I'm cool enough to say that. I'm gonna be honest. But I wouldn't have said anything, but she was very cool. The conversation was very good. And if I didn't think the connection could be potentially strong with shared interests, I just wouldn't have. I would have been like, oh, no worries. Like, hope you have a great life. You know?
Yeah, no,
that would have been the potential text.
No, I think you just kind of monitor the situation, and if it seems to be like a recurring trend, then it's kind of like, all right, you must just be, might just maybe on to the next one.
Yeah, it might be. It might be. You know, it's
it might be. Yeah,
might be. I'm not holding my breath. You know, and clearly she isn't either. So we'll know. We'll see when day 2 or 3 comes around. You know, if those come.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
we'll keep.
That's it. Man. You just monitor the situation, and after a while, you're like, oh, this is continuing.
Yeah.
So, I'm just
yeah. We'll see though. But 10 days.
Yeah.
10 days.
That's a long time.
10 days. Were you texting your mother? You weren't texting me.
Yeah. But the thing is, she texted you like you did.
Oh yeah, I'm not double texting. I'm not triple texting. I'm not saying.
But 10 days later, after it's basically all over and done with, she was like, "Hey, man, I'm sorry. What's up?" You know. So that's where there may still be a little bit of promise there, but then it's like if that keeps happening.
Yeah, I try to be a glass half full kind of guy. I think it was very very mature and respectful to even say anything. Because honestly, coming back that far, that had to have been tough. That had to have been tough to send that text, honestly.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, for sure.
And because that's like a second shooting your shot again. Because it's like you're kind of potentially getting thrown into the wolves.
Yeah.
You know, like I probably had every right to be very rude and very mean. You know what I mean? If I wanted to. Yeah. Not that I would do that, but oh man. But I thought I'd bring it up. I thought it'd be some good content. I hope I didn't share too much, but I thought it'd be funny. It's interesting because I bet a lot of people probably would be like, oh, that's too long. Like whatever, you know.
No, I agree. Like 10 days, that's long, but I think that she came out of it and initiated like, hey, dude, sorry, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's where it's still maybe, but then it's like if that's the thing that keeps happening, and you're just like, all right, she's whatever. You just need to go on with the next thing. So we'll see.
We'll see. We'll keep everyone updated here on
the
the situation.
we'll keep you guys updated next week on if she texted Tiggy Nation from now until next. Oh shit. But all right, Tiggy Nation. We cracked well over an hour already.
Well over an hour, like a good House of the Dragon episode.
Time flies when you're having fun. So everyone, stay tuned for House of the Dragon finale tomorrow. I hope you enjoy it. We will touch on it next week, and yeah, thanks for hopping in line with us. Bye bye.